All right, yes, Scaramouche Nation Rise, playable Scaramouche. That's actually kind of a long special program. I feel like that's longer than what it was last update. Here, let me see. Let me know if it's too loud for you guys, or too quiet.
What a surprise! I didn't expect to see you here. I bet you didn't waste any time as soon as you heard that Inazuma was organizing a Test of Courage event, right? Huh? I know you. Oh, what am I doing? Well, obviously I'm here scouting out the place. I've been investigating the area and I've already figured out all the plans for the event. Of course, I can tell you all the details. We're practically family. I'm Max Middleman, and this is the Genshin Impact version 3.3 special program.
Woo!
Let's roll the version 3.3 trailer.
Let's go.
A friendly word of advice. Test of Courage events tend to give rise to a variety of strange rumors and stories. So please, be sure to exercise caution.
Ah! How was that? Were you scared? Who goes there?
So, is there really a ghost around here?
This reminds me of Chongyun's hangout event.
That it's staring right at us? Are you?
Hopefully it's better than Chongyun's hangout event because that was not fun for me.
Jester,
Dottore?
I have completed the task you gave me.
Whoa!
From this day forth, Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist.
Did you
Kabukimono.
really think you would be able to see through my plan?
Dottore. Dottore! In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Yeah! Let's go!
Squall and Fury!
Oh, yeah, Balladeer.
Dare to gaze upon me?
Oh, wow. Looks pretty good.
Dare to mess with me?
Let's go. Yeah, so it looks like Scaramouche is breaking away from the Fatui, maybe.
Scaramouche, the mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
Is that his heart? Or is that... This is such a cool picture of like him falling. Why are Genshin characters always falling? Why? Oh no, I have flashbacks to him falling in the Archon quest. Okay. Oh no, it's him. It's him and it's his hat. But it kind of looks like a heart actually. That's interesting. OMG, he's hot. Wow. Scaramouche? Scaramouche Wanters, let's go. Whoop whoop. Yay, Fremos, yeah. I think they're actually... it just ended. Oh wait, I can fast forward through this. I forgot. I think it's too late to turn them in. I think it was 11 p.m. Eastern, so 8 p.m. Yeah. So sorry, it's too late to get your Fremos. Oh wait, except I'm going too fast. Okay, wait. Okay, there we go. It's probably just fine waiting through them.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Genshin Impact version 3.3 special program. I'm your host, Sarah Miller-Cruz, the voice of Lumine in Genshin Impact. And today I'm joined by...
I just tried sad.
Max,
Oh no, B.
the one and only Middleman, voice of the one and only Arataki Ito.
And I'm Patrick Pedraza, voice of the Wanderer.
Woo!
But up until now, travelers have only known me as Scaramouche, and everyone's been battling me in the game lately.
Yeah, that's true. But to be fair,
Oh, that's
it's
so
a really
fun.
cool fight.
It's a really
Scaramouche
cool
voice
fight.
actor, let's go.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, I'm super excited to have the chance to share some upcoming content with everyone. What did you all think about that trailer?
Okay, so I definitely saw Irminsul in there, and I am really excited to find out more about it.
Scar is so
yeah,
cute.
That trailer had everything.
Imagine
It
I'm
had
usually
everything.
bombarded
It
by
had,
notifications for the codes.
action. It had drama. It was
Yeah, I found
lighthearted in
it,
places, but it was dramatic.
Yeah.
I'm like a part of a
Dude, I'm just super
Genshin
stoked for everyone to
Discord
see Scaramouche's,
group,
backstory.
and they posted the Discord,
Heck yeah.
the codes in there. I should have
speaking
posted
of
it
that,
in our Discord.
Following the story's
I
development,
don't know what I was doing.
Scaramouche is still in Nahida's custody. So I bet the question everyone's wanting to know is how he'll become the Wanderer.
Yeah, for sure. And there's quite a story behind that. If you're
Okay.
interested, then be sure to play through the Archon Quest
Archon
interlude
Quest
chapter in version
interlude
of Genesis.
chapter.
There is so much to learn in this quest, so I hope everyone checks it out.
Oh, come on, man. You can't just leave everyone hanging
Ooh.
like that. How about some
Not
hints?
just a story
Come on,
quest,
please,
an
please.
Archon quest.
It's all right. How can I
Yes.
say no to a cute chibi Ito?
You can't.
Here's a little preview from the quest.
Oh, okay, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted.
Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. From what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Huh.
Oh,
Pretty rad.
Wait, why are they talking about Tatarasuna?
Yeah, I'm where Ito is.
It is interesting, though, to see the Traveler, Nahida, and Scaramouche
Huh.
all together so peacefully like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
probably a
in this
prerequisite
interlude chapter,
for
Nahida
this
will task
quest
the Traveler and
to do
Paimon
all the
with keeping an
Tatarasuna
eye on
stuff.
Scaramouche while we go with him into Irminsul in search of some information.
Oh, interesting. So obviously Nahida must have some reason for deciding to keep Scaramouche around.
Oh, yeah, totally. And I'm liking Scaramouche's new style. Ooh, dude's looking sharp.
Heck yeah, always. No, right. And at this point, he's known by a completely different name, the Wanderer. I love that.
Anti-mother Nahida.
Okay, so I know I'm not the only one who's curious about what happened. I mean, it looks like he's really changed a lot.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm afraid that's all we can show for now. Travelers will have to experience the story for themselves.
This is exactly
in-game.
what I wanted.
And it's
I
better to
wanted
explore the storyline
a
without too
quest
many
that
spoilers,
showed
right?
Scaramouche
Yeah, I guess
transforming
you're right.
into the Wanderer.
Okay, we'll leave the rest for travelers to discover
Thank you,
themselves.
thank you,
But
Hoyoverse.
The Wanderer is also going to be a new playable character in version 3.3. So let's talk about that. I'm sure many of our viewers are curious about his talents.
Heck yeah, sure thing. Let's have a look at the Wanderer in combat.
Let's go.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence.
The wind rises.
Oh.
Bow your head.
Okay. Who's ready? Who's ready for a Scaramouche to step on them?
All right, Patrick, you're up. Help introduce the Wanderer for us.
I already know
Sure
he's gonna be OP.
thing.
Yeah.
The Wanderer is a catalyst user and has an animo vision, so he uses
Animo.
wind blades to perform ranged normal attacks.
Wow.
Wait a second, wind blades?
Not the same as the
My feet will
Traveler's
never
wind
touch the
blade.
ground.
Okay, okay.
So, as
Scaramouche,
everyone probably
Kazuha.
already noticed, the
I don't
Wanderer
have
can
venti.
hover in the air when he casts his elemental skill. Upon using
So
his
cool.
elemental skill, he will first deal AoE damage before leaping into the air and entering a hovering state. So
okay.
while hovering,
Me.
the Wanderer's normal and charge
He-
attacks will be converted into
Scaramouche
Kugo,
really
Fushidon,
said-
and Kugutofukai respectively.
Okay, I'm done with the short
damage
jokes.
they deal
I'm
and their
gonna
AoE
fly
will be increased.
over you
Their damage
all the
will
time.
be considered normal and charge attack damage, respectively. Also, Kugutofukai will not consume stamina, and he can remain hovering for a certain duration.
That's so awesome. He can fly.
I know, right? But he can't stay hovering forever. While hovering, the Wanderer
That looks so
constantly
cool. It
consumes
takes off his
Kuguryoku
hat.
points to maintain his hovering state, which is the blue
Or is
meter
the
you
hat
see
the
on
little?
screen.
Does it become
Even if
invisible?
he
Is that the
doesn't
little
move
ring
or
thing?
attack, hovering will still consume Kuguryoku points.
Okay.
So this mechanic works a little differently than our typical stamina meter. There are many possible actions the Wanderer can perform while hovering in the air, which all rely on Kuguryoku points rather than stamina. So, for example, sprinting mid-air will consume additional Kuguryoku points to accelerate mid-air, and holding the sprint button will cause persistent point consumption to maintain speed. So, this effect will replace his default sprint. Jumping expends extra Kuguryoku points to increase hovering height. Holding jump will cause persistent Kuguryoku point consumption to keep increasing hovering height. Of course, running out of points will end his hovering state.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So travelers will need to plan their actions while hovering.
Exactly. So with his talent, Jade Claim Flower, when casting his elemental skill, if it contacts Hydro, Pyro, Cryo, or Electro,
oh, gee, the emote's so cute.
Of the skill will
I will show you the world.
Buff effect.
It will be
depending
awesome.
on which element was contacted. So, for example,
yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited for him.
Cap, attack,
I love Animo.
Or restoring a
so
set
this is
amount
awesome.
of energy upon hitting opponents with
this
a
is all
normal
going
or
over my
charged
head.
Attack. The Wanderer can have up to 2 different kinds of these buffs simultaneously.
Ooh.
Oh, look, check that out. Part of the halo behind him changes color depending on the buffs you get. So travelers will be able to easily understand what effects the Wanderer currently has.
My hair
like
just
that.
fell down. I thought it was
It's
a spider.
helpful and
I'm
still
such a
looks
scaredy
really
cat.
cool.
Oh my goodness.
So after unlocking another talent, Gales of Reverie, when the Wanderer is in a hovering state, if his normal or charged attack hits an enemy, there is a set chance to gain another buff effect, allowing him to sprint midair without consuming Kuguryoku points. Additionally, this buff effect will fire wind arrows to attack the enemy.
Ooh.
Oh, dope. I'm sure extra buff effects like that will go a long way for players when they're in combat.
Yeah, for sure. And if you've noticed, there is a colorful aura of light around his body to indicate when that buff effect is triggered.
I saw that.
That's pretty cool. I love all the detail they've put into the Wanderer.
Yeah, this is really cool.
This brings us to the Wanderer's Elemental Burst.
Sweet.
Yay!
So, check this out. Upon unleashing his burst, he compresses the atmosphere and stomps it down toward the enemy. So travelers should note that if the Wanderer is in a hovering state when he unleashes his burst, then the hovering state will end and he will begin descending after the burst is completed.
Okay, this stomping animation is a little aggressive.
Yeah, but it's cool.
I know, and
Step
it
on
actually
me,
suits
yes.
his character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't help but agree.
Wait,
if it wasn't because I have almost all useful animals, I would love him. Yeah.
This is an interesting one.
I don't know how,
The
like,
Wanderer
what
can
team
decrease the mora
to
required
put him
when
in.
ascending bows and catalysts.
Hey now, you can never complain about saving Mora, am I right?
Okay, that's true. All right, now that we've seen the Wanderer, let's move on to the next new character. Are you ready?
I'm ready!
Yay!
I'm so happy Lumine gets to lead this special
I'm
program.
old now, so every other phrase escapes my ears. Try calling me Madam Farozan, and I'll see if I can pick that up.
Aw, she's cute and sassy.
Huh?
I like her eyes.
What is it that you would like to learn more about? Different forms of pressure-based puzzle mechanisms?
If I had enough primos, I might wish for him. I really need Raiden for my account, though.
Wait.
Oh, so you're skipping
Did you
B?
forget to call me Madam Farozan just now when you asked your question?
I assumed Scaramouche was a for sure thing for you.
There's nothing
Me
wrong with
too,
being
yeah.
afraid of thunder, even at an older age.
Oh, she sounds sassy.
Yeah, and smart too.
She seems so awesome.
I might have
She's
to.
fun.
I wonder what her skirt's made
I know, her design is so cool and really detailed. I love it.
So, even though she looks super young, she's actually an old person? Like, where's my teeth?
Well, she's not that old.
Oh, right.
Could have fooled me.
Faruzan's age is probably still nothing compared to Scaramouche.
Mm-hmm. But let's call him the Wanderer, Sarah. Please.
Okay, you know who I meant. Actually, now that I think about it, yokai can also live a really long time too.
That's right, yeah, no, and speaking of age, isn't the Traveler's age
Okay,
also
yes, they're
kind of
all very
mysterious?
old.
Mm-hmm,
I'm struggling right now. I need
It
Raiden.
looks like all of our characters are intriguing. But it's safe to say that Faruzan is way older than most people in Teyvat. Faruzan works in the Academia's Haravatat Darshan and has been a hairbod, which roughly means mentor, for over a century.
So, I bet everyone out there is wondering if she's also some kind of creature blessed with long life, you know? Like Klee?
No, she's actually just your regular, typical human being.
Oh.
Well, maybe not so typical. About 100 years ago, Faruzan was an undisputed genius, traveling all around Sumeru and solving many puzzles and mysteries. The notes she left behind eventually became the basis of mechanical research for later generations.
Whoa, she sounds pretty amazing.
But later, she accidentally stumbled into some ruins while trying to solve a puzzle. There, she encountered some strange phenomenon which stopped her from aging, and was trapped there for nearly 100 years.
Woo.
She eventually solved the puzzle and was able to finally return to Sumeru.
That's
some cool lore.
Being trapped in a puzzle for 100 years? Wait. So that's how she's been hairbod for over a century.
Yeah. And even now, she still has the pride of a scholar in her heart and is a very talented person. It's just that after being separated from the world for so long, she's kind of fallen behind the times now.
Oh, hey, I get what you mean. She was once a proud researcher in a niche field that has become unpopular after 100 years. So, is she still completely dedicated to her field?
Yep. And she often tries using her old age as a means of drumming up support for her ideas. However, I think she'd prefer to be complained about for using her seniority rather than garnering sympathy for her experience of being trapped in the ruins.
Yeah, sounds like she's quite the character.
I know,
I like it.
Okay, so now that we've covered
I like
her
that backstory.
why
That's
don't
interesting.
we take a look at Faruzan's abilities in combat?
Let's do it.
Fight.
100 years have passed, yet there haven't
she's a
been
bow
any changes
user.
to the rules at the academia.
Interesting.
Dare to mess with me?
Animo
with
bow
his gift.
user. Scoot over Venti, maybe.
I love all the geometric shapes when she's playing. Did you guys see that?
Yes, there's so much geometry. And I took geometry.
It looks so cool.
Ah, yeah.
So Faruzan is an Animo character, and she wields a bow as her weapon. Her normal attacks are the usual bow attacks you'd expect from a bow user, so there's not too much to say about that. But her skills are where things get interesting. Her elemental skill deploys a polyhedron that deals damage to enemies. After using her skill, her next aimed shot will become a special attack that creates a vortex, pulling nearby objects and opponents in.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So she can clump enemies together.
And there's also another thing about her special charged attack. It will create a vortex effect
Kind
at its
of
point of impact.
reminds me of a
And
more
if the
Tignari
attack
vibe.
hits an enemy or
Maybe.
ally member, it'll apply a mark and create a vortex after a short delay.
Okay. So it looks like there'll be a
Using
lot of potential
Stingless
uses for this
Perfect,
attack.
I
Travelers
just
will
got
have
some
to
of those
experiment
this
with it
banner.
and see what they come up with.
Yeah, I think it'd
Or
be amazing
stringless,
to try
stringless,
hitting teammates
yes.
with the arrow in co-op mode and have them charge into
Ito
the
took
enemies
geometry,
to
that is now
group them all
canon.
together. I'll have
Yeah,
to
I
see
wasn't
who
quite
wants to
sure if
try
he was
that
talking
with
about the
me.
voice actor or Ito
After
himself.
unlocking the talent Impetuous Flow, the time required for fully charging Faruzan's next shot will be reduced, and the arrow will reduce the target enemy's animo resistance. In her elemental burst, she deploys a dazzling polyhedron and releases a whirlwind pulse. Throughout its duration, the dazzling polyhedron
That's cool.
will continuously move along a triangular path. Once it reaches each corner of that triangular path, it will unleash one more whirlwind pulse.
Yeah, 1 minute she's here, the next she's gone for 100 years.
Even Sino
Next aim
jokes are
shot, mobile
funnier than
user.
that.
Well, not gonna ever use her.
All right. Anyway, let's hear what effects these whirlwind pulses have.
Sure. When the whirlwind pulse hits opponents, it will decrease their animo resistance. It will also apply an animo damage.
They're going into
buff
a lot of
effect to
detail
all
with
nearby party members when
the
it's
skills this time
Travelers
around.
should
I
note
mean,
that the effective range
maybe
of
the
this
skills
buff
are just
is
more
quite
in depth,
large,
but I feel like we're
and it's
spending a
not
lot
just
of time
within
on
the
it.
whirlwind pulse itself, so there's no need to go chasing the polyhedron. After unlocking her talent, Lost Wisdom of the Seven Caverns, when a team member uses normal
Interesting.
charge
So
or
she's supposed to
plunging
be more of
attacks,
like a
elemental
DPS?
skills or elemental bursts
No,
to deal
probably
animo
not.
damage to an enemy,
Yeah, I guess
the
just
damage will
more
increase
burst.
based on Faruzan's base attack. This effect can only be triggered once for a certain duration of time.
Oh, so it seems she'll be the solid support.
Yeah.
Totally! And as a researcher of mechanics and puzzles, Faruzan has taken it upon herself to explore many ruins, with her travels taking her all across Sumeru. Her exploration talent reflects this. And she gains more
Nice.
rewards when dispatched on a Sumeru
Good
expedition for 20
times.
hours.
I'm sure no other mentor in Haravatat has 100 years of experience in solving puzzles.
Yeah, I gotta say, that's pretty hard to beat. So, the big question is, when can travelers expect to get these new characters?
That is a good question. Let's talk
Okay,
about
okay,
the
event
upcoming
wishes,
event
let's go.
In the early part of version 3.3, the Wanderer and Arataki Ito will be available via their own event wishes. Faruzan
And
will
Faruzan
also
will
be
be on
making her
them.
debut in these event wishes. In the later part of version 3.3, we'll be
Ayato
seeing
and
rerun event
Shogun.
wishes for both the Raiden Shogun and
Okay.
Kamisato Ayato.
Nice sport
And
for
last
Scara,
but
though,
not
yeah.
least, the
My
new
poor wallet.
5-star catalyst, Tule Tula's Remembrance, will be appearing
That's
in
cute.
a
It
new
looks like a
weapon
bell.
event wish.
And that's not all. In version 3.3, two
I'm getting
brand new
demolished this whole
artifact series
patch.
will become available. So travelers should be sure to check out the corresponding domain.
Woo!
Wait, what did he say?
artifacts!
What artifacts?
I hope travelers will have fun experimenting and trying new combinations with these.
Yeah.
Okay, we've already talked
Oh.
about a ton of new content, so why don't we
Animo
take a
damage
quick break
bonus when
with
charge
another
attacks its
redemption code?
opponents.
Sounds good.
Oh, okay, that
Roll
sounds
out the
really suited for
code.
Scaramouche then. Okay, too many good characters and I have none of them. Dang. Yeah, so you guys are going for Raiden? I wonder if Raiden will be involved in any of Scaramouche's, like, the story quest or the Archon quest. I mean, I feel like she would have to. I'm half wishes for Scara. I want Wanderer, Ito, and Ayato. I hope my RNG is good, yeah. Dang. I'm gonna have to. I have a guaranteed, though, so I'm probably gonna get one. Oh, yeah, thank you for the codes again, Paz. I doubt I have enough for Scara. Yeah. We're at... Oh yeah, we did get Nahida, so we're 50-50 again on Scara.
Welcome back to the version 3.3
Dang.
special program. Okay,
What is
Patrick,
this
what do we have
sword?
next?
So next, we'll be covering the upcoming events
What
for
the
the new
heck?
version.
That's right. We've already mentioned the Test of Courage
That's so
event,
funny.
and I'm sure plenty of you were wondering about that, so let's start there.
Aha! You must be here to participate in the Test of Courage. I can already see a dark aura surrounding the two of you. If you carelessly go running into the event, all it'll take is one little misstep, and the darkness will swallow you up. Some strange and unusual things may occur along the way. If you ever feel you can't handle it, you may withdraw from the event at any time. This is your last chance.
Oh, she looks
I'll
cool,
count it
actually.
down.
Wait,
3, 2,
that lady looks cool.
1. Welcome to the Test of Courage. Enter at your own risk.
Looks like an umbrella. It is an
That was
umbrella.
Pretty interesting.
If anyone need it, I'm
I mean,
at
it
45
is a
pity,
test
so
of
50 more
courage,
wishes.
So I'm sure there'll be some scary stuff going on there.
I ain't scared.
Man, how are you
Anyway,
gonna have an event
to
like this without Hu
successfully
Tao?
clear this event, We'll be
True.
facing a series of
Chong
little
Yoon,
tests.
Hu Tao, where are they?
What's
They
this?
feel like they're
Tests,
needed.
you say?
Yes, that's right. Word has it that if you walk around the Test of Courage, you might find yourself encountering a special sort of game. We've already got the rules down, so I'll do a quick introduction. Basically, travelers will have to control a bouncing bar to bounce a ball and use skill ball effects to break as many bricks as possible.
Okay, I'm liking
I feel like
this
I've played
one.
this
Seems
before,
pretty
like
straightforward.
on my
During
phone.
the game, travelers will be able to trigger elemental reactions to break bricks more effectively.
Like, what is a
Nice.
game that's like this?
It even has elemental reactions.
Yeah, we can control the character to move the bar. When the character we're using is either Pyro, Hydro,
I was gonna say
Cryo,
Tetris,
or
but
Electro,
that
the
is not Tetris.
corresponding element will be applied to the bar.
It's like
By
a
switching
pinball.
characters,
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
can
thinking of.
change the element of the bar.
Okay, all the pieces are falling in place now.
I have 5
The
pity and like
bar
20
can
wishes.
infuse a
Oh
certain
no.
element, and the blocks also have their own elements, so causing a skill ball of one element to hit blocks of different elements will trigger elemental reactions. There, how'd I do?
Yep, you nailed it. The bar
Okay.
will add the element corresponding to your character. Besides triggering reactions the way you just mentioned, if a skill ball is already infused by an element and it hits the bar, it will also trigger a reaction, causing the skill ball to have some additional effects. When preparing your team,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
the
equip
TCG is coming
modifiers
out this
to
patch,
receive
right?
various buff effects, which will help you successfully clear the challenge.
Oh, nice.
Also, when there are less than a certain amount
So
of
hopefully
bricks
they're
on
gonna
the
talk
board
about that
and the
a
ball
little
lands
bit.
another hit, the bar will unleash fireworks.
Whoa, cool.
Yeah. Travelers can utilize this effect to break some bricks that would normally
excited,
be difficult
actually.
to hit directly.
It's like a
I'm not prepared
bonus
for this live
attack.
stream. I feel like I need more
So,
time to
travelers
be
will
working
need to
on the
select
fungi
characters
event.
of the right elements, equip the appropriate modifiers, and use different
Probably not for other
elemental
people, though.
reactions to break bricks and score more points.
And then travelers will be able to use their points to exchange for rewards in the event shop, correct?
That's right. Also, travelers will have the option of teaming up and playing the event together in co-op mode.
Oh, looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, super fun.
Yeah, in addition to this minigame, the Test of Courage storyline will also contain more challenges. Travelers will even have a chance to meet with some good friends again, so be sure to check out this new event. All right, let's
Cool.
move on to our next event.
Okay,
So that's gonna be
next
like the
up,
main one.
We have a race event called Across the Wilderness. Your objective, collecting balloons.
Ooh,
I don't know, seems like the Wanderer's abilities might come in real handy here.
I know, right?
So, in this event, each stage will have wilderness balloons scattered all around. Travelers will need to find as many wilderness balloons as possible within the time limit to earn increasingly better rewards. So during the challenge, travelers will be able to utilize their character's skills and talents. So
Okay.
it'll be important to assemble the right team depending on the traits and terrain of the challenge area.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so travelers can also use something
This
called
one
the
is like
Wilderness Compass
picking
to
up
obtain
coins,
various buffs,
so-
which include enhanced jumping capabilities, increased movement speed,
I mean balloons,
or
but you know,
unlimited
coins.
stamina.
You hear that,
etc.
Kazuha?
Cool.
However, you can only claim one buff during each challenge.
Yeah, Kazuha
You must
Wanderer.
consume blessed energy to use the compass and gain the selected buff. You may charge the compass up by finding wilderness balloons or interacting with blessed energy in the challenge. Or you can always wait for the compass to passively charge over time.
Yo, this event looks pretty crazy. It's almost like watching parkour.
Yeah, there are
Parkour.
2 different kinds of wilderness balloons in these challenges. The first is harvest balloons, which will increase the overall progress of your search for wilderness balloons. The other kind is sonar balloons, which will cause several harvest balloons to appear around you for a set amount of time.
That's awesome.
So there will be 5 stages available for this event, and travelers will need to consider the conditions and terrain of each stage to come up with the best way to complete it. Also, travelers may team up in co-op mode for challenges.
Ooh, more chances to play together. I love it.
Yeah, same. Okay, let's move on to our next event.
Everyone's favorite game of hide and seek is back. with
Wind
the
Trace is
Wind
back
event.
already?
And of course, this is going to be another co-op event, and I, for one, am super excited for it.
I think the last time
Nothing
I
like a
played
good
Wind Trace,
co-op.
I made a YouTube
Many
video
of you
for
might
it.
already be familiar with this event by
And we
now,
tried to
but
get
there have been a
the-
few changes.
the
Let me introduce
Master
what travelers can expect to see
Baiter
this time
achievement.
around. We can probably skip some of the
and I got
basics this
actually very
time.
few,
You know,
so
players either hide.
maybe we'll
or
try that
seek.
again.
And
Maybe we'll.
then-
I
wait
don't
a
know.
second.
A
There
little
actually
too on the
might be
nose.
some new
OMG
travelers
Slay. I
out
never
there
played
who've
this.
never
No, you
seen this
haven't,
event
B.
before.
Ah.
So
Oh, it's fun.
why don't you start with
It's
some
fun.
of the basics?
I'm excited
Right, good
because
point. Okay,
now
let's start at the beginning.
streaming,
This
we
is
can
a
actually
game with a
play
long history
in
Monster.
co-op. I can
Travelers
play in
will be
co-op
split
with
into
people
2 different
that
sides. The rebels, and the
like
hunter.
with you guys.
You will need to use
Master Baiter
skills
achievement.
and master the art of hiding
Yeah, you never
or
heard of that one,
chasing down
Ghost?
others to win this
You
event.
never heard of that one?
The goal of the hunter is to capture all the rebels, while the rebels run
yeah,
or
it's
use
pretty,
other means
it's pretty
to keep
good, pretty
themselves from
hardcore
getting
actually.
caught by the hunter.
Only the
Okay,
select
that's
few
straightforward enough.
can
So
get
what
it.
else you got for us?
Well, some travelers may remember playing as the rebels and getting caught early in the game.
But yeah, I'm excited
Once
to
that
play
would
it
happen, all you could do was spectate
in
and
co-op.
watch the rest
That will be
as
fun.
the others continue
Except you
playing.
guys can't
But
stream snipe.
This time
Oh,
around,
yeah.
once you're caught, you'll still be able
that's
to
gonna be a
participate
struggle.
in the match. Even
Co-op
in
is big
observer
pog,
mode.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Once you're in observer mode, you can't be seen by other players and will receive the illusory beacon skill. This skill will allow you to place a random beacon to confuse the hunter. If your beacon successfully
They added new
tricks the
things.
hunter and is destroyed, then the hunter will suffer an obscured vision effect.
So even after you've been captured, you can be like a little ghost, trying to help your teammates by disrupting the hunter.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun. And at least
I
you
wanted to
won't
play
have
this so
sit there
bad,
and
but I
just
wasn't playing
watch the
Genshin
rest
while
of the
this
match
was out
anymore.
last time. I was having a break.
But what does
Got
the
you.
hunter get this time? I mean, we gotta keep it fair.
Some new Windward arts have been added for both the hunter and the rebels. the hunter.
Yeah, but this is like
the hunter's
I'm glad you can play it now
this
because
net can be thrown
this
and
is
will
probably
remove any
one
rebel
of the
disguises within its range, and
one of
the
the all-time favorite events when it comes to Genshin events for people.
It'll be destroyed, and the hunter will not suffer from obscured vision.
Nice. So I guess if you love playing Hunter, you'll probably love this.
Oh yeah, you definitely should. The skill rebels used in previous versions of the game to place beacons can now only be used by players in observer mode. However, the rebels will be able to use an all-new concealing beacon skill. This skill will allow you to deploy a beacon for a set duration and remain invisible while you're around that beacon. All players, including your rebel teammates, will be unable to see you while you're invisible.
They got rid of the thing. That's the bait, though.
Then the hunter will have their
That's gonna be a problem for the master baiter achievement.
So even if you end up being captured by the hunter at the start of the game, you'll still be able to participate and assist your teammates. And did I mention primo gems?
Yeah, they got rid of the bait thing. Okay, so we'll still make it work. We'll still make it work. I watched Coin Zach play this though. Oh yeah, that's fun.
Okay. Our next event is a combat-based event.
Time for some combat!
If we get a full team, we can all farm the achievement, I'm sure, yeah.
Sand. Mysterious
we'll have to, yeah, I think it's called something different now, like the one where you are invisible and you place down the thing.
That's right, a new edition of Misty Dungeon will arrive in version 3.3. Stoked.
Sweet.
But this time around, there will be a total of 7 trials with different themes awaiting you in the Misty Dungeon. Each has a different leyline disorder, and travelers will have to adjust their teams according to the disorder's effects and the distribution of enemies. There will also be trial characters for you to select from as well. After entering the domain, travelers will need to go and complete 3 challenges to collect ancient runes. After collecting power from 3 ancient runes, we can power up the control array and proceed to the final challenge. Also, throughout the trial, additional benediction mechanisms and challenges will appear.
So many events I can't do Sumeru ones though, sad. Oh right, because you're not to Sumeru yet, B?
Or revive and heal your team.
That team is cracked for real.
If it were up to me, I'd say just go for all the challenges.
I know, but travelers should keep in mind that the challenge objective for each
trial I looked at the team and I was like, damn, yeah.
So be sure to check the objective
I always forget
and aim for that while proceeding.
I always forget that, B.
In terms of rewards, travelers can look forward to winning primo gems and other various prizes. Yes.
Yeah, before you unlock events with Inazuma,
and
now it's Sumeru.
But not least, version 3.3 will also have leyline overflow events. Travelers can look forward to saving their resin and earning more Mora and experience books.
All right.
Nice. That's awesome. That'll be great for all the travelers out there still leveling up all their new characters. And even if you don't need those resources
I need those overflow
it's
events.
Good to stock up and have more on hand. Am I right?
You do?
Yeah. So travelers looking to upgrade their characters won't want to miss
For me, they're nothing really special.
This is all good stuff.
In addition to the new version's limited
Okay,
time
let's go.
Version 3.3 will also be adding a new permanent game mode called Genius Invocation TCG.
Genius Invocation TCG!
But
maybe.
Before we get into that,
I don't know yet if it's woo, but hopefully it's woo.
Enjoy a redemption code! Yay!
Yeah. Slap that code on the screen!
I always run out of wits. Oh. For me, it's Mora. That's the only time that I do the ley lines. Oops. Oops, come on. Go away. There we go. Oz is slaying? Yeah. I've been trying to build a stockpile, but Nahida artifacts come first. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to farm some new artifacts if Scaramouche uses those new artifacts. Oh man, I sometimes like come out with like a list of like what characters I'm gonna prioritize for artifacts, and then I always just like end up farming new artifacts for the newest character.
We'll introduce this card game that's been taking Teyvat by storm. In the version 3.1 special program, we already revealed that Genius Invocation TCG will be a card game where we can challenge various characters and NPCs or battle against your friends. But there is actually a legend behind this game.
Ooh.
It is said that a young guy in Sumeru found an ancient casket of tomes in the attic. He opened it and discovered that the soul of an ancient TCG player called the Crocodile King had been captured inside.
What a name.
It turns out that the Crocodile King was King Deshret's viceroy, who battled an opponent named the Ibis King. During the match, the Crocodile King fell prey to his opponent's scheme and was sealed away in the casket of tomes.
Ouch, game over.
After being unexpectedly released by the kid, the Crocodile King possesses him and helps him to gradually climb the ranks to becoming a legendary TCG player.
Nice. Hang on, is it just me, or does that kind of sound like the plot to a light novel or something?
You're right. It turns out that Yai Publishing House is about to release a hit light novel series based on Genius Invocation TCG.
Okay, now this is starting to sound like a plug for Yai Publishing House.
Maybe.
This sounds very similar to an anime. I love very similar.
Legend on how Genius Invocation
I started getting into Honkai recently.
So it's probably just a story
I didn't realize Fischl is in that game too. Yeah, I did see that. They had an event where she she's available.
Basically,
always messes with me.
Genius Invocation TCG is a game where you use a constructed deck of
I will
cards
start stream. Oh,
to
you're gonna
duel
stream
against
past?
an
Sounds
opponent.
good.
The objective is to defeat all of your opponent's character cards.
That's right.
Also, there are many features and mechanics in the game that resonate with Genshin Impact's gameplay, so it shouldn't be too hard for players to get the hang of.
Right, I even saw some elemental reactions in the gameplay.
Yup, a constructed deck
The cards
must
look
contain
cool.
character cards. And as you might expect, these character cards have a normal attack, an elemental skill, and an elemental burst. So when a character card deals elemental damage to an enemy, it will cause them to be affected by that element. Then you can switch to a character card of a different element
these look cool.
and use their abilities to trigger an elemental reaction.
Wait, did you guys notice that there are even monster character cards? Can we even make a deck of, like, just the monsters from the game?
You're really getting into this, Max.
Heck yeah, I am! I like card games!
Who doesn't?
So in
I see,
Genius
and you just
Invocation
pull from a
TCG,
deck.
all actions require you to spend elemental dice. Each round, both you and your opponent will roll 8 elemental dice. Each of these elemental dice can have any one of 8 elemental attributes.
Hold on, but there's only 7 elements in the world of Teyvat.
You're right. So in addition to the 7 standard elements, there's also one called the Omni element. The elemental dice required for a character card to perform an action correspond to the character's element. So for example, a Pyro character like D-Luke needs either Pyro or Omni elemental dice to perform an action. Clear now?
Yep, crystal
I see.
clear.
Also, elemental dice can be used to switch characters or play a variety of other cards, such as equipment cards, event cards, and support cards. All these cards create the potential for a variety of strategies.
Right. While playing Genius Invocation TCG,
I really
travelers
recommend
can
the
earn
anime. It's
player
called
experience, which will increase your
Hikaru no
player level.
Go. Basically, the
As
story
your
they
level
said,
increases, you'll
except
be able
instead
to
of cards, it's a
challenge
board
more
game.
characters
Oh,
and
okay,
NPCs.
cool. I've returned.
By
Hi,
completing
Wave. Welcome
challenges,
back.
you may earn lucky
We've
coins,
moved on to
new
Genshin.
cards, or other rewards. Lucky
We actually
coins can
finished
be
Doki Doki
exchanged
Literature
in the
Club,
event shop
which
for cards,
was crazy,
or can
but
even unlock
yeah.
dynamic skins for certain cards.
Dynamic
Ooh.
skins? Those are cards that have moving illustrations, right?
That's right. All character
I like
cards
those.
can unlock a
are
dynamic
cool.
skin. After unlocking that, there'll even be a cool bonus animation whenever you cast that character's
Ooh,
elemental
I
burst.
actually really like that.
And if you're confident in your TCG skills, you can also invite a friend to duel. After reaching a high enough player level, you'll even unlock a matchmaking mode. So be sure to give it a try.
Travelers should
Okay,
note
I'm
that
ready to
playing
become
against your
the
friends or other
ultimate
travelers
TCG
won't
player.
count
I
towards any
can't
leaderboards
36
or
star the
provide any
abyss,
rewards.
but I can
So you can relax.
defeat
It's all just for
everyone
fun.
in Genius Invocation CCG.
Okay,
Woo!
that's everything we have for
Yeah.
Genius Invocation TCG. And
Let's
that
go.
brings us to the end of today's special program.
Oh.
Something
So,
that
what
won't
did you
scare
think?
me. That's
Why
good,
does it have to be over? There's so much that this version has to offer.
I take that
can't even
challenge?
take it all
Okay,
in
I'm
right
ready,
now.
I'm ready.
Just super stoked
Get
to
your
be
decks,
part of this.
line them up. I'll be
think I
taking
just gained
you
some
guys
Kurioku points just doing
on.
this whole thing, so.
OMG Slay.
The new characters look cool.
I know, what about Scaramouche hovering? Like, that's insane.
I know, that's awesome.
I'm glad that we get an
That's
Archon
awesome.
quest
And
to
I
see that
cannot
transformation
wait
between
to play
Scaramouche
some
and
of these events
the
and
Wanderer.
mini-games. I'm super excited.
I suck at strategy games.
This was so fun. I'm really glad that we got to do the special program together.
I'm so happy I got to come back for another special program. This is my 3rd time being on one of these, and I can't wait for number 4. I'm counting.
I'm so happy. This is my first one, so thank you for having me.
Doesn't it feel good?
Yes.
Doesn't it
Can I
feel
get
good
my
to feel
Primos and
special?
dip?
Do you feel special?
I
really
think
do.
that Primos already ended.
This is the
I don't
end
think
of
you
our
can enter
special
them in
program,
anymore, Wave.
so
I think the
hope
time's
everyone
up.
enjoyed it, and we'll see you in game. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
See you later.
I'm still salty about the lore behind this game being so exact, but I'll let it slide for now. Okay. No, I meant for TCG. Oh, I already got the codes. Okay. Good. Okay, I'm glad you already got the codes. But oh yeah, for TCG. Yeah, I believe there will probably be some primos for that too, so that's good. Yeah, we'll have to see how that goes.